God bless America. In God we trust. What is our duty to God and country? Stay tuned to find out. Happy Independence Day, America, and welcome to America Needs Fatima. I'm 𝗥𝗍𝗆, and be sure to click subscribe and also to click the notification bell to never miss another story of Mary. Before we dig into our topic today, I wanted to quickly mention America Needs Fatima's October Rosary Rally campaign. Every October, America Needs Fatima helps independent Rosary Rally captains host thousands upon thousands of public Rosary rallies in their communities. If you're an American patriot and think that your community needs more prayer, consider signing up to become a rally captain with America Needs Fatima. All the equipment and instruction is provided free. I'll go ahead and leave a link for you down below. On July 4th, 1776, 245 years ago, the Declaration of Independence was voted on, ratified, and passed. And like that, the resolution on independence was adopted in Philadelphia by the Second Continental Congress. On that day, the 13 American colonies declared their independence from Great Britain. Soldiers in the Revolutionary War fought bravely for this freedom. Archbishop Fulton Sheen once told the story of an old soldier who had fought at Concord. Someone asked him in his old age, the soldier, why he went there. "You suffered great oppression, didn't you?" "No," said Colonel Preston. "I wasn't conscious of any great oppression from a foreign power." "Well then, it's because you were against the Stamp Act or the tea tax. That's why you revolted." But he had never seen the stamps nor drank a cup of tea in his life. The questions continued until finally the colonel was asked why he risked his life at Concord. His answer, for one reason, in order that we might govern ourselves. Looking at all that our country has been through in the last year, with so many U.S. citizens revolting against the founding and history of America and trying to erase the past. As Catholics, many of us have the same question. How can I be a good Catholic and a good American? Well, patriotism and Catholicism go hand in hand. I'll explain. Patriotism is devotion to one's country and support for what it stands for in the world. It is more than a feeling. It's actually a virtue and a moral duty. St. Thomas Aquinas says that we should give honor and debt to our country, including our fellow citizens and friends of the country. So after God, he says, we owe debt chiefly to our parents and our country as a moral duty. These debts to our country should stir up patriotism within ourselves for a flag-waving and proud America founded on Christianity, a country that at its roots acknowledged that God is the beginning and end of all things. An example would be for many of us the day of 9/11/2001, a day that I personally remember very vividly due to being less than 2 hours away from New York City and around 3 hours from the Pentagon. I remember the towers being hit by jihadist terrorists sought to cripple America. But what happened after? We sought God and went to church. I remember going to Mass that day and being an altar server, only to hear that a couple in the front pew knew their son was in one of the towers and did not survive. But they too felt the same call to God in going to Mass at that pivotal time and pray. We also waved more American flags after that and sang the patriotic songs of our nation with such devoted nationalism, as is our moral duty. Another example of good faith to God and patriotism would be the Knights of Columbus, where the fourth degree, of which I am a fourth degree Sir Knight, deals in the principle of patriotism. Moral duty also becomes apparent with other examples of other groups, like, for instance, going to a cemetery and praying for the soldiers who have died. One I would suggest is visiting the Arlington National Cemetery, where at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, there is an inscription, and on the front reads, "Here rests in honored glory an American soldier, known but to God." For all of us, we can best love our country by praying for it, but also we can contribute to the common good of our society through the unique opportunities we are given in our own life. We have to look within our own sphere before we try to rectify the whole of the nation. As an American Catholic, let's live our vocation to the best of our ability. Others will take notice. Let's govern ourselves and our families instead of allowing outside influences to govern us. Parents can do this by being vigilant to what is taught to your children and what they see and hear. Let's make our work meaningful and something that contributes to the good of our family and our country. Let's stand firm and never cave into any of the current U.S. laws that contradict the 10 Commandments. As Americans, we have to remember that we are first Catholic and second American. It reminds me of what St. Thomas More said at his execution. "I die the King's good servant and God's first." Countries are meant to lead us to our heavenly fatherland. And that is a beautiful thought. You've probably heard the legal maxim, an unjust law is no law at all. The Church says the very same thing. The Catechism of the Council of Trent says specifically, however, should their commands be wicked or unjust, they should not be obeyed, since in such a case, they rule not according to their rightful authority, but according to injustice and perversity. Wow. Loving our country doesn't mean we think that our country is perfect. We have an obligation to pray for our country, just like we pray for anyone we love. For decades, the U.S. has been the main opponent of communism. Our Lady of Fatima pointed out the errors of Russia. We can only pray that Our Lady will keep America anti-communist and anti-socialist. This is a crucial moment. For anyone who has not picked up the custom of praying the Rosary, as Our Lady requested, we can do that as an act of patriotism. That is the way we love our country. And what a better way to show that love than to pray a rosary for America in public, so that everyone can see how many strong American patriots there are that still believe in Our Lady's message. America Needs Fatima is looking for people just like you to become a rally captain and to host a public rosary in your community. Signing up to become a rally captain with America Needs Fatima is completely free. And if you do, we will send you all the materials you need to easily host your very first Rosary rally. Take a look at the link I've left down below to find out more. Coming up on the next episode, imagine you're a kid and you see something so horrifying that you will want to let everyone know of the horror you saw. That is what Lucia, Jacinta, and Francisco have to tell us on the subject of hell. May God bless you, and may Mary Immaculate keep you under her mantle. And may God bless the United States of America.